Children, my name is Bijoy Prasad and I'm here to teach you English literature of class 8 from the book Honeydew. The first chapter of this book is The Best Christmas Present in the World. The best Christmas present in the world. Children, this is the first chapter of your book, The Best Christmas Present in the World. Let me read the paragraph, given out here. There are some dates or periods of time in the history of the world that are so significant and everyone knows and remembers them. Means to say that the writer is trying to say is that we tend to remember the important dates and days in history, and not only in history, in our lives also we tend to remember our birthdays. Someone having a marriage, so he tends to remember his or her marriage on that particular date. So these are the important days and dates we tend to remember in life. The author is trying to say us this day and date is very significant, very important in our life, and these kind of days and dates are important in history also. There are certain dates like the world war began, the first world war began in the year 1914, the second world war in the year 1939. So these are the important days and dates we tend to remember in the history. The writer means to say this, knows and remembers them. The story you will read and mentions one such date and event, a war between the British and the Germans in 1914. So this story which we are going to read, mentions one such date and event. It has mentioned one date and event, a war between British and Germans in the year 1914. Can you imagine? Which day we are talking about, which important date we are talking about? We are talking about the beginning of the First World War in the year 1914, and the war between British and Germans started. So there are certain dates out here, so I will discuss these dates with you. Do you know which events the dates below refer to? The first one is 4th July 1776. It's 4th July 1776. If you see the 4th of July 1776, what happened on this day? What happened? America got its independence. America got its independence on this date. So this is very important. We tend to remember this kind of date in the history. And the other one is 17th of December 1903. This date is important. Why? Because on this date Wright brothers they invented aeroplane. That is the reason this date is important in the history. You got to remember these dates. It's very important. 6th of August 1945. Now see here what happened on 6th of August 1945. What happened on this date? What happened? America dropped first atomic bomb on Hiroshima. This is the date, 6th of August 1945, and after that bomb exploded and so many people, they lost their lives. It's really shameful for the humanity. And the next one is 30th January 1948. 38th of January 1948. What happened on this date? Mahatma Gandhi was assassinated. Mahatma Gandhi was assassinated. Mahatma Gandhi was assassinated. This is the important day. 30th January 1948. Now let's move forward. now. Now the other one is 12th of April. 12th April 1961. 12th April 1961. What happened? Yuri Gagarin, he was the first woman to orbit the Earth. Yuri Gagarin. Yuri Gagarin was the first woman to orbit the Earth. This day, 12th April 1961, Yuri Gagarin was the first woman to orbit the Earth. And 20th July 1969, 20th of July 1969, what happened? Neil Armstrong landed on the moon. Okay, he was the first person to land on the moon, Neil Armstrong, in the year 1969, 20th of July. Okay, these were the important dates that I was discussing with you. It's very important to remember. Okay, please do remember it, students, and I'm telling you, please do buy the books from the school store. It is available. If you are not able to buy the book, you will not be able to understand me. Whatever I'm teaching, you will not be able to understand. Okay, no matter how nicely I teach you, you will not be able to understand. So it's better you buy the book, then you just follow me. Okay, simultaneously you will be able to understand me. And if you have any problem, you can discuss it with me. Okay, I will repeat the chapter again and again. I'm available. We the teachers out there are available for you 24/7. If you have any problem, we can discuss it out and sort it out, that problem. Okay, now I'll be starting the chapter now. Okay. Okay, the first para I'll be discussing with you. People, I spotted it in a junk shop in Bridport, a roll-top desk. Here I is the author, and this story is in first person narrative. Okay, so author is narrating the story on a first-hand account. Himself, he's narrating the story. I spotted it in a junk shop. Junk shop in a shop where you get all the unwanted things. Okay, yes. In Bridport is the name of a place. A roll-top desk. A roll-top desk is a type of a desk where you have drawers up and down in that desk. The man said it was early 19th century and oak. Okay, it was the starting of the century. It was the early 19th century. Okay, and this roll-top desk was made of oak. It's a type of wood. I had wanted one, but they were far too expensive. So he was like, author was thinking of buying that roll-top desk, but he was not having that much money to buy it. So it was quite expensive for him. This one was in a bad condition. Okay, the roll top in several pieces, one leg clumsily mended, scorch marks all down one side. So this particular roll top desk was in bad condition. It was not that good condition. And okay, the roll top several pieces, one leg clumsily mended. Okay, and it was okay, it was broken type of, and the leg of this table was clumsily mended. C-L-U-M-S-I-L-Y. Clumsily mended means like mended for the sake of mending it, not in a proper condition, not in a proper order, not in a proper order. This is the contextual meaning, children. Maybe if you find out meaning in the dictionary, it will be different, but out here it's the contextual meaning I'm talking about. This one was in a bad condition, the roll top in several pieces, one leg clumsily mended. Clumsily mended means not in a proper condition, not in proper order. Scorch marks all down one side. Scorch marks, S-C-O-R-C-S, scorch marks, M-A-R-K is marks, means burned marks. Burnt marks, okay. Scorch marks means burnt marks, so we can make out that table was really in a bad condition, it was really burnt, okay. It was going for very little money. That is the reason this was quite cheap. I thought I could restore it. It would be a risk, a challenge, but I had to have it. He thought of restoring it. He thought of repairing it, but he was thinking that it would be a challenge to repair it. But even then, he will buy that. Who will buy that? The author will buy that. It would be a risk, a challenge, but I had to have it. I paid the man and brought it back to my workroom. Okay, he paid the man, the particular man selling this roll top desk. He paid it. Okay, workroom and back to the garage. It was back to the garage, okay, back of the garage. His workroom was back of the garage. Whose workroom? The author's workroom we are talking about. I began work on it Christmas Eve. So it was the Christmas Eve and he began to repair that table. Okay, so children, I'm stopping here. Okay, I've completed the first para. I will continue with the same chapter in the next class. Okay, and children, I remind you time and again, if you don't have book, you will not be able to understand me. Okay, so it's better to buy the book from the school store. Okay, so till the next class, okay, you just go through what I have taught you in the first paragraph. Next class I will come and remind you. Okay, and please do study it honestly. I will be taking test in future. Okay, so children, if you have any problem, you can ask me 1000 times. Okay, I'm available there. All the teachers are available out here 24/7. Okay, please don't be nervous. I'm always there with you. Okay, so children, thank you very much. Okay.